Welcome to the World United.
Welcome to the World United.
Our next speaker is Hotep Talah Amun, and he is professionally known as Dr. Leon Moss. He is spiritually known as Hotep Talah Amun. He is a member and high priest of the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, as well as the ancient Egyptian order. In quotes, I will say, "I am who I am, all is." Hotep, I turn the time over to you. Thank you.
Talah. It's a blessing to be here. I'd like to start with that. Namaste to all. I thank my brother Najib for the message that he came to share. My subject is pretty much on the same level as everybody as his. It's pure consciousness. We're in the subject matter of pure consciousness. So pure consciousness that I've discovered, or we've discovered, is at that. We have different terminologies and ways of describing it, but it's that last chakra that Najib spoke of. It's the chakra that's I would say the crown chakra opens up to. That's the pure conscious self. And the only thing that I would expound on that I might have I don't like to say disagreed, but I would have a different way of sharing it, because the reality is that pure conscious self. It's not the play of life. It's not the experience. That consciousness, the one that's playing as the many, the one is the reality. It's the quantum you. It's the quantum being. The play of life is the expression, the one that you see speaking to you now in the form that they call Hotep Talah Amun, or Najib, or Nate, and everybody else, and everything, every person, every place. That's the expression of consciousness. So you can be at a state of peace, no matter what you're experiencing in the flesh, if you maintain your attention in the pure conscious self. So there's a balance, and in order to maintain that peace, because that peace never leaves, it's just our attention is drawn away from it. So when you're in the experience, whatever that experience is, if all your attention is focused on the experience, and you lost sight of the omnipresent self, of the pure conscious self, yes, then wherever you put your attention, energy flows. So you're going to feel the magnitude of what you're experiencing if all your attention is there. But once you experience and can maintain your attention in that last chakra that he spoke about, right, which is the omnipresent self. Once your attention is there, it never leaves, even while you're experiencing what you're experiencing. So therefore, you're always at peace. You're always in tranquil. That's why they call me Hotep. Hotep is the first attribute that describes this level of consciousness, and that Hotep means peace. It means peace. Talah means the third, and Amun means hidden. It's the hidden peace, right? Because it's like the wind. It's here, but you can't see the wind. You just see the effects of the wind. But the pure conscious self is like darkness that precedes light. If it was uttered, "Let there be light," then there was a state of darkness, or a supreme state of existence. That's why in the message of introducing myself, when people say, "What's your name?" I mean, that is my name. People say Hotep Talah Amun or Dr. Leon Moss, but I like to go back to I am, because the I that am, the I that exists, is the pure conscious self. It's not the form. It's not the body. It's not the thoughts. It's not the personality. It's the one observing the expression. the one that's observing the expression, all is observing. Like you're observing right now your own thoughts, whether you're conscious of that or not. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know, but observing is always taking place. The observation state or consciousness is always taking place. The conscious self is observing the expression, the physical expression, the emotional expression, the physical expression. Is the only thing that's not changing is the true self. The true self is not changing. Everything within the true self is changing, like your body, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. So as long as you have the ability to shift your attention, and we all do, like Brother Najee said, when he said, shift your attention to your navel, or he took you through your chakras, immediately your attention went to your navel, like right now. And if he says, if we say, take your attention to your crown chakra or your third eye, immediately your attention goes there. So once if we say shift your attention to that which is aware of of the chakras, now that's a whole nother level. Do you have the ability to sit still long enough and look to see what is actually observing? And I challenge you to do that right now. What's noticing your thoughts? What's noticing your feelings? Is it your body, or do you have a body? Is it your thoughts, or do you have thoughts? Who's the you that have the body and the thoughts? Put your attention in that, and you will experience the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. Because it doesn't require understanding. It doesn't require explanation. It just simply is. What happens is our attention gets drawn away from it, and we get lost in the experience, in the expression, in the human experience. And then the balance is no longer there. And that's the suffering. That's why in Buddhism or Hinduism, all life is suffering. Some of the teachings say all life is suffering, because the expression, as long as you identifying yourself as the person is going to suffer at some point. And that suffering could be just as simple as anxiety or stress, which is all caused by a thought that accompanies a feeling that is being observed right now. It's always right now taking place. So past and future is just a thought. Is a thought, a memory, or a projection of the next minute, or the next hour, or the next day, year, 100 years. And all of that is taking place in now when you're thinking. So the thinking is what's interfering with the eternal peace that we have access to at all times. That's why it's suggested and spoken about renewing your mind. The only way you can renew your mind is to find that state that Brother Najee is talking about, which is the pure self. And once you find the pure conscious self, your mind will automatically regulate, because there's no more you. There's only all. There's only all, the conscious self. And that, once you experience that, or even before you experience that, because the subject matter I thought I was going to begin with love. I was going to base it all around love, because that's divine love, not love, human loves, like I love my wife, I love my children, I love my job, I love teaching. All of those are human emotions. I'm talking about love that recognizes the divine that's within all. I'm talking about namaste. I'm talking about that which is acknowledging the breath of life that is within all, the divinity that within all. Once you do that, you automatically fall in love with all. You might have to be, you will have to be cautious of people's mind, because the mind is corrupted. All of our minds been corrupted at some point. That's why we run into spiritual masters who get to a point of purity who can guide us out of our mind. Because that's what's going to happen. You got to guide. When they say, what's the word? Mind. I think they say, like, they trying to brainwash. Oh, that's the word. Brainwash. We need our brains washed. That's what renewing the mind is all about. You have to cleanse it, and the way you cleanse it is by shifting your attention to that last chakra that he spoke about. You go through all your chakras. I don't focus so much on the root chakra because when I did, the root chakra stimulates the animal self, at least for me, because that governs your reproductive system. So when my attention is at the root chakra, I'm thinking about intimacy. When I'm at the crown chakra, I'm thinking of I'm not even thinking no more. I'm just being. Thought might be happening, but I'm watching the thoughts that are happening. And that is the true I. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hotep. Again, I'm just so grateful to be a part of all of this with you, with all of you. The awareness, not the attachments. It's not the processes. And I wrote a little something down. It just says, doing interferes with being. But there's these steps that we go through to get to that. But I love and my expression is a little different in my artwork, how I put that together. But I'm just, thank you so much for your time.